the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the game. He thought about bringing that out for a half second. And they'll bring it to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running to the left. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Let's go. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Moss. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Runs through the tackle. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Using his feet to buy time. Gets rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because he gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll run the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Runs through a tackle.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
To the ground. He's got it again. Pushing ahead. A tough run. Picks up 4. It's down at the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Reed. Complete. Shakes off the defender. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Aggies have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When this place gets loud, it starts to sway. They've renovated, reinforced, and still the rafters are shaking.
Yeah, and they still come out, and they still got the 12th man tradition. So many traditions at this school, and that's why they support and they love their team, and people want to come play here.
Lining up to add another. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Offense set on first down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Setting up the screen. Still running up the 40. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. He's got it down the middle. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And how nice is it to have a guy that can say, I'm just going to go get the first down. Like, I know I have options. I can do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just going to let me run it, go get the first down, and give myself an extra set of downs.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. And Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. On the run, still looking. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse? He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get...
And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Fair catch called for and made. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That's caught, it's Burks. Then he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I really like the slot receiver. I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Hawkins. Unloads to the wideout. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision now.
Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's there to make the stop.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going for it all. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Finds his man. It's Burks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. A shot toward the end zone. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Texas A&M 21, Oklahoma 3.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. He'll call for the fair catch here. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Hard running there. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Gonna run it. It's Owens. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Off play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. It's still 3rd and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Sooner. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. So they've got the lead down to 10 here. A little more interesting as they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They go to the ground. Smashes through. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas A&M 21, Oklahoma 11.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To throw, it's Reed. Safe completion on the screen. Great move there. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
The back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 40, there he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run. High percentage throws and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Third and goal coming up here. Back to pass, it's Reed. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Let's go. Break.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Wants to go up top. Dances away from the heat. Touchdown, Aggies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them.